Alright, so we just plugged the stove in. It's blinking. So yeah, it's just, oh, I must have bumped the light switch. Okay, so we will test the burners. Make sure there's nothing sitting on them. So I turn the burners on. It's indicating that the elements are on. And we'll let them get hot and then we'll take another video. Alright, so the light functions in the stove. You get a better shot that it's fairly dry inside the stove. Alright, so that's going to pour a little cap of water just to show that the elements are on. And you can actually tell that they're all getting a little... Watch, you don't touch that, that's really hot. Okay,
yeah,
so we're gonna turn the elements off. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna turn the oven on bake. I guess it really doesn't matter, we're not making cookies. And well, that's probably on top. We'll turn it, we'll show video once it kicks on. Okay, while we're waiting for the stove or the oven to warm up, floor here looks a little shiny, like there was a little dampness here, so we'll wipe that up with a paper towel. Not too much at all. Doesn't look like there's any water. Oh, that's poop. Okay. The wood down here does not appear to have really gotten wet at all. It looks like that's actually kind of uphill, maybe graded upward slightly, so that explains why no water went over there. Yeah. The wall here looks like it has a bit of a dent in it. It's not soft or soppy, so it doesn't. It just looks like it has a dent in it. Doesn't appear to be mushy at all, like drywall typically is when it has water. Definitely not a drywall expert, but that drywall is very dry. Take a look here. There's really no water marks showing that any water came down from the top cabinets. So those cabinets, if you remember, were completely dry. Alright, I'm going up on top of the cabinets. Take a look. Give me that flashlight. Oh man, this is not recording very well, but you can tell it's completely dry, just a lot of dust. Over here, that's where there's a piece of pipe line there. It's really strange. So anyways, there's a piece of pipe there. I don't know if they've done some actually plumbing work here. If you look up here, it's dry. There's no water. So it doesn't look like the water even hit these cabinets, because this would be stained to all hell, which it is not. These cabinets were completely dry. And the only water appears to have kind of landed on the stove and, like I said, cascaded that way into that cabinet, which had some dampness, and down into this lower cabinet, which had some dampness, and then the stove had water on it, a little bit inside, and most of it was on the floor. Yeah. Alright, so I'm opening up the oven, the heating element. Oh, no, there's no need. That is definitely on. Oh. And we're also going to test the broiling cycle. So we will do that. I don't know if I need it on high. So we'll test that as well. So while we're waiting for the stove to warm up, looks like the bathroom is very dry. We attempted to plunge the toilet a little bit. It looks like it might have a clog in there, but to be honest with you, I'm not willing to turn the water on at this point. I guess.
Looks like they turned it back on though.
It looks like it was turned on earlier, that's right, because there was some additional water downstairs.
And that's probably why it flooded.
And that might be why that plastic sheeting was set up there. The tank is filled with water. There you are.
Solidifying that they turned it back on.
Alright, so back at the stove. The broiling element works, and it is, oh my god, it's really hot. So stove is completely functional, and it didn't take very much to clean it off, to be completely honest with you. We're noting that we came in the basement to verify the water was off and the utility sink was wet, so looks like somebody had used this today. Which is the water was turned off when we left here that night.
So still turned off?
So somebody must have turned the water on. So I'm over here at the water meter just to see if the water's off. Ooh, no, it's not off. Yeah, it was not off all the way. It was on a little bit. Yep. So the water was on slightly. Interesting.